Today's manicure, super simple, but just a lot of stamping and a lot of cleaning, and we're gonna get messy, but messy is good. Doesn't this mess with your eyes? But it's so nuts. Super cool. Hi everyone, it's Tiana from Maniology. So today I have a really fun manicure that I want to share with you guys, and I wanted to do something that was inspired by the same technique. So there's this technique called anaglyph, and it kind of looks something like where basically you superimpose two images onto each other, and it creates this optical illusion. And normally this would you would use two colors such as like red and blue. So I created a manicure that I'm going to show you guys today using that same anaglyph concept, and I can't wait to show this to you guys. Doesn't this mess with your eyes? But it's so nuts. So this one I got inspired by creepy crawlies and you know, just kind of like the not necessarily macabre, but you know, just something a little trippy. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm gonna dive right in. Although the technique is super easy, there's actually a lot of stamping involved. So I'm not gonna really dive too much into the base because it's super simple. All I did was sponge on our BAM white stamping polish here, and I just took a sponge, put the white on here. You can actually see the discoloring because the sponge itself it's just a makeup wedge. It's like a beigey color. Put some of the polish on there, and I just dab. But my tips are dry and I'm ready to get stamping. So a few of the items that I'm going to be using today. So these two colors, not sure if you're aware that we actually had sheer stamping polishes. The collection is called Rainbow Splash, but the two colors that I'm going to be showing you today that works perfectly with this technique is Ocean Depths and Poppy Seed. These are sheer polishes, and it just delivers like the perfect technique here. I'm going to be using a couple of different plates, so let me just show you. The first one is going to be our collaboration with Glitter Fingers. This plate was released earlier this year, and this is M159. I love this plate, it's so fun. Then we also have, this is from our tattoo collaboration, and this is Katya's plate, and this is BMXL409, and that's how I'm getting the two girls here. That's the design I'm using right there. I'm going to be using this Ouija inspired plate, and this is M071. And this is another tattoo collaboration by Destroy Troy, and this plate is BMXL407. So I'm just going to be taking elements off of all of those plates. You could do this with any design. I don't necessarily think there's not a right or wrong way. And the fun thing about this is that you don't have to be precise. So that's perfect. Okay, so let's get started. Let me get situated over here. Get my napkin. And today I'm going to use the monocle stamper. Hopefully you guys can see the technique when I line everything up. Okay. So let's see, let's just use this plate first. All right, so whenever you start the stamping, the way that I did it, I'm going to stamp over with blue first. And I'm going to stamp blue first, and then I'm going to use the red or the poppy seed color to stamp over. And like I said, it doesn't have to be exact, which is great. So don't worry about lining it up precisely. Sometimes, and you'll probably notice too when I'm stamping today, it's kind of hard to line up everything. Okay. Using the monocle. And here. So I know when you see the polish onto, you can kind of see maybe something white would probably be better. You see how sheer it is? So I guess, you know, it's not necessarily that same kind of opacity you're used to with our Maniology stamping polishes, but that's what you want. That's the technique you want. But when it gets stamped on white, it's really bright. When doing this, I definitely recommend cleaning after every single stamp, and that's just going to help to ensure, one, that the colors don't mix, which is not really a big deal because of course you're stamping over, but cleaning the plate just ensures too that you're picking up the stamp crisply. So okay, now we're going over with the red. And when I say simple, once I'm done with this scrape, you pretty much have, you know, your one manicure. So I'm just doing a skitolette style manicure. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm just gonna line up the design, slightly overlapping but not quite exact, and then bam, there you go. And there's my first design. And then also I do recommend that you have your sticky stamper station here, and it's just going to help with the cleaning process, so you can just boom, move on to the next nail. Okay, I love how that turned out. That's super cool. Okay, so we're done with that plate. The next one, let me save that for last. Let me do these pretty ladies over here. Okay, I love these girls. I've used these two designs with powder, with just regular stamping. I just think they're so cool. Okay, so and you know, actually, if you guys have any like fun creative names for this manicure, I would love to hear them. Go ahead and write your comments, because I would love to hear. I like to give manicures creative names, you know. Sometimes it's just kind of spruces things up, keeps it creative. Okay. If you guys are enjoying this technique, let me know. Give me some hearts there. I had a blast creating this. It was so hard for me to decide what the final look was going to look like, because I was like, oh, I want to stamp this. I want to try this. So finally, it was good that I settled down on something. So if any of you are wondering, or you're coming in a little late, the technique I'm doing is called anaglyph, and I'm using this with our rainbow splash or sheer stamping. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I have to stop talking so I can pay attention. There you go. And I'll bring her up so you guys can see. So like I said, today's manicure, super simple, but just a lot of stamping and a lot of cleaning. And we're gonna get messy, but messy is good. So, And I love my pineapple claw. This thing is so just nice. You know, if you don't want to get acetone all over your fingers, you just want to keep your fingers clean, your manicure clean, it's just perfect. Okay, so I got my next tip here. Let's do the girl with the 4 eyes, which I guess is now going to be 8 eyes. So I don't know about you guys, but you know, designs like this, I don't like to put polish all over, and it's because when I scrape, the whole design will be covered anyway. So I feel like I get to save a little on the polish part. So all I'm doing is just taking off the excess paint. And I'm gonna stamp. So I don't know about you, but have you decided what you're going to be for Halloween? Well, first of all, do you celebrate Halloween? I was so sad yesterday kind of thinking about Halloween, and this would be my second Halloween with my son, and last year we, as a family, we dressed up, and he was a pumpkin, and me and my husband were scarecrows, and we actually entered into a Halloween contest for his age range, and we won first place. I tripped out. Prior to that, I always enjoyed, you know, dressing up for Halloween, but that just kind of made it fun because, you know, we were doing it as a family. You know, I put makeup on my husband, and yeah, it was just so exciting, so fun. So this year, you know, with the whole pandemic thing and stuff, you know, it's like, maybe we won't dress up. Maybe I'll just make like a little goodie bag. But yesterday I finally put my foot down and I was like, no, we are going to dress up. Okay, let's see. There you go. Okay, so you see, actually, this is a really good example I just wanted to show really quickly. When you have little stragglers like that, keep them away from your manicure. Just push them down lightly, because sometimes those pieces can flip back over onto your manicure. That's probably another good reason why you shouldn't have a fan facing you directly too. So just make sure to push those down so it doesn't fly back and mess up your manicure. So there's that one. But so anyway, getting back to that, so we decided to be the Rebels from the Flintstones. Works out perfectly because my husband has blonde hair. My child has blondish brown hair, and I have dark brown black hair. So, okay, yep, I think we're done with the plate too. So the next plate I will be using is Glitter Fingers M159. So for this design, I have my tip here. I'm going to pick up this centipede design here. If you care to mention, what are you going to be for Halloween, or what are you and your family dressing up as? I'd love to hear. There you go. Yeah, I guess you can't really see. This one is kind of tricky because I want to take off all of like the foliage and stuff, the plants. In the original design, there's some trees or like branches and stuff, so I'm just gonna isolate and take those off, just grabbing some oh boy, I'm so sorry. My iPad keeps saying that it's muted, but it's not muted. I guess that's really what live is. You get to hear everything. Oh, I'm sorry if you guys couldn't see what I was doing. So I'm just taking some Scotch tape and I'm just isolating. I'm gonna have to do this twice because I have to stamp over twice. But here you go. Let me do that and stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to clean without making you guys all dizzy watching me. Okay, all I'm doing is just getting some acetone so I can clean up the plate here and then do that process all over again. Okay, now I'm gonna go with the poppy seed color, the red color. There you go, pick that up. I'm gonna grab my tape and just go and isolate. Maybe this might be better over my hands so you can, no, you can't really see that, huh? Okay, actually that's a whole lot better. So like I said, I'm just taking off. The original design had a lot of like leaves and foliage around the centipedes, so I'm actually just taking off those leaves because I just want to keep the centipedes. Let me just kind of turn some things around so you can still see it. See what I'm doing, okay. So this is just a careful kind of making sure. What I recommend here if you're doing this technique and stuff is just kind of make your tape into like a little point like that and pick up the leaf like that, making sure you're not grabbing pieces of the image that you want to keep on. So I just kind of lightly grab. Sometimes I don't even have to really touch too much of the, I guess, the plant design or the part that you want to isolate. It kind of just grabs it for you. So, oh shoot. Okay, this way. Okay. There's that. I think I took a little too long that some of the pieces dried, so it actually didn't pick up over here. Darn it. Okay, let me clean that plate. And now we're gonna move on. So this part over here, it's actually not part of a whole design. I actually had to piece together all of these creepy crawlers right here. So I'm just going to, since I have this plate in front of me, let me just go ahead and work off of this plate for now. So I'm gonna grab another one of these centipedes, but I'm just gonna isolate it to just one centipede. So put the blue, I like that guy in the middle. Oops. Same thing, grab your Scotch tape. Earlier I was just using a page from the sticky stamper station and just using that. Just kind of folded one of the pages into a corner and just kind of was using that to help me isolate all these pieces that I need to take off. Okay, so there you go. I'm left with that. Okay, let me just put that guy like right there. I hate centipedes. They're so not my favorite. And particularly where I live, we actually have a decent amount of centipedes. They just kind of randomly show up. I think one of my fears is that one night I'm gonna wake up and my son's gonna be screaming because he got stung by one. Yeah, I really don't like creepy crawlies, but for the concept of this manicure, I definitely wanted to use them. I think that looks like a pretty nice pickup. Okay. So actually, this is what I was talking about. So I just ripped a page from the sticky stamper station. I'm just going to use that corner. That's going to help me isolate. You know, you got to do what you got to do when you're in a pinch. So there you go. Okay. There you go. So now let me grab, there's this, it looks like a black widow spider. So I'm going to pick that up. Okay, where do I want to put this? And this part, you can just be really creative, like just go ahead and put these creepy crawlies like wherever you want to. Actually, I didn't even notice this really big centipede right here, but I'm going to use it. I think that would actually look really cute. So let me just do that. And I'll go back and stamp, but with the red. But since I'm using the blue, I'll just go ahead and do that. Ooh, that looks nice. Do you guys have a plate that you absolutely, absolutely love for Halloween that you just have to use and create a manicure with? Let's see. I like it. The Ouija plate, since we came out with that one, was definitely a fave for me. And every year we pretty much come up with another plate. So this year I'm totally feeling bats. Oh. Okay. So for me, when it comes to Halloween, I really love like horror movies and stuff, and growing up, Freddy Krueger was my favorite. I was probably watching those kind of movies when I was really, really young. I think my parents just really trusted me. But yeah, Freddy Krueger, that was my jam. Give me some hearts if Freddy Krueger was your jam too. I also had a girlfriend, she's still around, but I would always make screeching noises, and she would always get freaked out because she was deathly afraid of Freddy Krueger. What a good friend, huh? Surprisingly, we're still friends to this day, too. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the red over that. Okay, now let me move this plate. And I'm going to use the Ouija plate here. I'm going to take this moth over here, this little guy, and stick him right in there. And I'm so sorry if there's a lot of quiet moments throughout this manicure. Like I said, there's a lot of stamping involved. But it's kind of cool. I can talk to you about maybe some childhood memory stories that all of a sudden is coming to my mind. Okay. So let me do that again in the red. There you go. There you go. I feel like I'm still missing something over here. Yeah. Let's do this other moth design with the very beautiful open wings. Okay. It's great. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of wing it, literally. Just put like half a wing there. And I think this is gonna be the last stamp. So let me just clean it one last time and get this red polish. So if you have this collection at home, guys, definitely go and experiment and try to create your own anaglyph design. This is so fun. The way that it comes out, the effect that it gives, super, super cool. Okay, I think I am finished with my design. So let me show you the final. This design. This looks so cool. So like with all of the stamp designs, you can put this in a matte or shiny and just get your smudge-free top coat. Just make sure to seal in your stamps so they don't smudge. Just like that. Don't forget to cap the free edge. And then after that, if you leave it glossy, that's fine. If you decide to put a matte top coat, that's fine too. Okay. I really hope that you enjoyed this anaglyph design. It doesn't have to be for Halloween. You can do this anytime you want. And so again, let me just kind of recap, because I often get questions about the products I'm using. Sometimes people are jumping in a little late. So I'm just going to kind of repeat some things that I used. Today, I just used my monocle stamper. The polishes that were used today for the base, it was just Bam White stamping polish. And these two beautiful colors from our Rainbow Splash collection. And this is Ocean Depths, and this is Poppy Seed. It doesn't get any simpler than just having, you know, just to create such a cool optical illusion, but just using 3 polishes. And then to just top coat it, just the smudge-free top coat. If you're doing this on yourself, because of the amount of stamping, I definitely recommend using your Mani mask, which is the non-latex cuticle protector that you would put around your nail. If you do have our cuticle protector stickers, that would also work. Or if you have another cuticle protector, feel free to use that. But just the level of stamping, there would be a lot of cleanup. So you may want to just protect your skin. And yeah, just make sure, you know, that you are going to get a little messy, and that's completely okay. But that is all I have for today. And yeah, take care, guys. Bye.